YouTube, back at it again with another video. Let's not waste no time. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let's get right into it.
Not believe what this is fucking happened to me on this date. I'm gonna have to call y'all when I get in the car. Yeah, what he talking about? Okay, so I'm back in the crib. Y'all would not believe what just happened. Like, I literally went on a date with a guy, and let's just say, mind you, he's sitting right next to me. I ordered what I want. He didn't want to order anything because he ate. So he just ordered a drink. I ordered what I wanted, and he hears it clearly because he's right next to me. The food comes. He started making all these comments. Oh, you ordered that? Oh, you gonna eat all that? Mind you, I told him that my friend flew into town and that after dinner I was gonna go see her because she wanted me to pull up on her or whatever. He's like, did you order some food for your friend? He was like, if I wasn't here, would you order all that? Baby, you think I can't afford a meal? I said, honestly, if you wasn't here, I would have still ordered like this. This is how I eat with my friends. This is how I eat when I'm by myself.
So it's your
crazy.
Friend, so hold on. The only thing I'm confused on is if that's how you normally order, why'd you need to bring up the fact that you're going to see your friend afterwards? But you're saying you didn't order food for her. Like, you get what I'm saying?
The kicker is, this man said, oh, I'm gonna go. I said, okay. He lays down $100, walks off. Mind you, he called us a black truck to dinner. So I rode with him in an Uber. He left. He didn't say anything besides I'm gonna go, and then set the money down and then dipped off. He didn't ask if I needed a ride, how was I gonna get home. He didn't ask what the bill was, nothing. Mind you, this is a 45-year-old man, grown ass Nigerian man.
So, this is another one of those who basically will say, I can do this, I can do that. This is how I eat with my girls.
She's trying to call him out like, oh, you're a 45, whatever-year-old man. Baby, you grown too. If he wasn't feeling it, and that's just the type of person he is, he got up and excused himself. You grown too, you feel me? He's not your dad. He doesn't need to look out for you on how you're getting home, especially if y'all not dating, you feel me? Was he right? No, but at the same time, you can't expect certain things to go the way you planned it to all the time, you feel me? If he left, then it just wasn't for y'all. Call an Uber, get your food, pay the rest of your tab, and get up out of there, you feel me? Like, don't try to blame it all on him. Just like you're grown, he's grown too. Y'all could both handle yourselves.
So on and so forth. My question is, are your girls footing the bill at the end of the day? Now, if this is the first date, which it sounded like it was, he's showing up in a Uber, in a black truck, Uber black, whatever you want to call it. And I guess he gets picked up first, then picks you up, then goes to this place. And he's like, I already ate. Then you just like, you gonna pull like old boy did on White Chicks and just say, I'm gonna eat everything on here. Which a lot of times that's what you do. You feel like, hey, I'm just gonna run it up on this guy, so on and so forth. But instead of matching, not to say that you should just not eat anything because he took you out to eat, but you gonna order everything on the menu, baby. And then not only that, you're gonna tell him, which turned him off, hey, afterwards I'm going to meet up with my friend, who could be Pookie, Tyrone, whoever else.
Anybody.
And you're going to bring food. No, not on my dime, baby. And he was generous just dropping 100, at the end of the day. But you told him that you're going to meet up with Pookie afterwards? Nah. And you're going to take Pookie, what a lot of you ladies do. You take the food home to your boyfriend and you have a guy take you out, which is nasty work. So, yeah, he did the right thing.
Yeah, that's beyond me. I'm agreeing. This brother just said exactly what I was like, same path. You feel me? Like, it's crazy work. A lot of times, females expect a lot out of a man, but they don't know how to treat a man. And then men are always taught how to treat a woman and not what to expect from a woman. So it's kind of crazy that we got to the point to where chivalry's dead. And I really don't think that men killed it, you feel me? Because the situations like this keep reoccurring. People going to dates just to run it up, you know what I mean? I'm gonna get him for what he got and not pay nothing. I'm gonna get this and not do nothing. I don't gotta cook, clean, none of that, you feel me? And it's like, it's always like, what can you give me? What can you give me? But at the same time, relationships is 50-50. Should he provide? Yes. But expecting him to just pay for you, your dinner, your girl, and everything in between is kind of crazy. You feel me? Especially on the first date. That makes people not really want to lead with their best foot forward because they're always being taken advantage of. You feel me?
I don't know if I would have dropped the 100 down. I would have paid with my drink and dip. But
On
she did a
me.
follow up,
You
guys.
feel
Let's get
me?
into it. Let's
See?
go.
She was being generous, and she was still talking about him.
Let me put the light on.
It's that.
Let's actually talk about it, okay? I ordered my drink. He ordered his drink. I ordered a half a dozen oysters. I want to say maybe that's around like $15 to $18, I think. We were at Eddie V's. I can't remember how much. That's normally how much it would be. After that, he said that he wasn't hungry. He didn't want to eat. I ordered an entree. I ordered lamb chops. Mind you, prior to this date, I told him that I wanted steak. Like I said, I was in the mood for like steak and like asparagus, mac and cheese. Like I was saying all this. So it's not nothing that was just, I ordered lamb chops, mac and cheese, Brussels sprouts, and crab fried rice. Half sizes.
She just named four. Boy, listen. I get you supposed to lead and take charge, all that, pay for the bill and all that, which is cool. But on the first date, if he didn't order nothing and you go all out and order 5, 6 entree sides, whatever, and then you get a steak and a drink, like, come on now, you gotta match the vibe, you feel me? If he's not drinking much, if he's not eating much, get you an appetizer, entree, a drink or two, call it a night. Not 4 or 5 things plus a drink and you talking about I'm going back to go kick it with my friend and you mad that he was overly generous and paid $100 towards your tab because this drink was probably like, what, 20, 25 bucks? He dropped the extra 75 for you. You're still complaining about how it turned out after you just openly told him that you're going to see somebody else after. Girl, guy, don't matter. It's really none of his business, but at the same time, he don't know who that is and he's not going to pay for it. You feel me? He's on a date with you. You know what I'm saying?
You ordered all that. You're telling him what you want to eat and you ordering all that. And you got half a dozen. I think she said half a dozen to a dozen oysters for $15. What was this? Half night off or whatever?
Yes, I told you. It's 25.
Half a dozen oysters.
I
I think that's normally at least gonna run you $20. Unless I'm tripping. I thought that's how it usually goes if you ordering that. Dozen oysters.
They don't be paying, so they don't be knowing. You know what I mean?
I could be off. But maybe $1 oyster. So I guess that's about right. $1.50, $2 an oyster. But this is crazy, man. Yeah, I would have reacted the same way, especially you talking this way and you acting this entitlement. This is the worst date ever. Meanwhile, the man that's at home waiting to clap when you get back ain't doing nothing. But let's finish this up, man. Let's go.
Okay, I'm gonna do a quick story time because I don't know what some of y'all problems are, making it seem like what I ordered was outrageous. This man took me to a
entitlement's
steakhouse.
crazy.
Okay, keep that in mind. This is a dinner date. What do you do at dinner? You eat dinner. I told him that, like, I wanted steak, asparagus, like, I wanted, like, the full, So he knew, mind you, he picked the restaurant. I didn't pick it. He picked the restaurant. Okay?
But you set the atmosphere, baby. You said you want to steak.
And again, I got the lamb chops. The lamb chops are cheaper than the steak itself. That's number one. So if I would have got the steak and an appetizer or two, it would have added up to what the hell I ordered anyway. And also, I don't know about y'all, have some standards, okay? If you're taking me to a steakhouse, I'm going to order what I want. Not only because it's like you're paying for it, but I can afford what I want to eat, okay? And there's nothing wrong if you can't afford it, but I can afford it. So I'm not about to starve myself or act like I don't want to eat something because a guy took me on a date. I've never experienced something like that. So again, like when I say it's the worst day ever, it is because I've never experienced nothing like that. And I never had a man walk out on me at dinner on a date.
Crazy.
Like basically the tab, because you didn't even ask how much the tab was. Like, so that was crazy.
The entitlement is crazy. You feel me? He left obviously early, so he wasn't really feeling it. He only got a drink. If your missus, I could pay for everything myself, I would order this regardless. Why are you mad that he gave you an extra $75 to cover your tab? You're grown, he's grown. It is what it is. Is he right for leaving the way he did? Probably not, but it's like the level of entitlement here is crazy. You just said you ordered the way you did because it's on his dollar. Whether you can afford it or not, don't matter. You feel me? Even when I go to eat, I'm a grown ass man. I'm not going to order an entree with 6 sides, 4 sides. That is ridiculous. That's OC. That's you feel me? That was enough for 2.
Red flags, like me asking him, like, I had hinted, I was like, so what are you going to eat? And he just was like, oh, I'm not hungry. Like, I ate. And I was like, why would you eat? We had dinner plans. He was like, because I have a 7-year-old. Like, he got smart. He was like, because I have a 7-year-old. Mind you, this man been calling me all day, making sure I'm going on this date, making sure I'm okay. He wanted to send me food earlier.
And you blew it, baby.
Was letting me know that we had to push our date back a little bit because he still had his son and he had to wait a little bit longer to drop his son off to his ex-wife. Cool, no biggie. So why would you eat knowing that we had dinner plans? I digress. That was like the second red flag. I'm not even gonna say what the other one was. But as soon as, mind you, he's sitting right next to me. So when I order all my food, he's hearing it. He's literally right next to me. We sat at the bar because he's 6'8" and he didn't want to sit at a table because like his legs and his knees or whatever. Had no problem with that. So he's literally sitting directly next to me. He's hearing what I'm saying. I order my food, no comment. My food comes out, all these comments. And it just wasn't 1 or 2 comments. It was repeated comments back to back to back where it was like, even the bartender was kind of like looking over it because it's like, you're making me feel uncomfortable. And like, if I was a bigger woman, I would have felt like you was body shaming me. Because why are you asking me that? Why are you asking me if I'm going to eat the food that I ordered? What did I order it for? Why are we on a dinner date? He was like, oh, you order all that? He was like, you going to eat all that? He was like, did you order something for your friend?
So when women do this, a lot of
he knew it wasn't for you, baby. He's not stupid. He's 45. You feel me? If it's more than what he would eat, he gonna have some suspicions. You feel me? Like, he could have just been playing the field, seeing how you react about things. When it comes to ordering food, he might have ordered an appetizer or whatever before he dipped. But the fact that he kept questioning you after you told him you're going to see your friend after, that's just a red flag. She's talking about all the red flags that he had, but if you put yourself in his position, he was all head over heels going, whatever the case may be. You guys get to the date, you ordering hella food, which is no problem, but you just told me you finna go see somebody else after, you feel me? So it's like, is that not a red flag at all? Unless you ate all the food right then and there, cool, no problem. But if you in his position, that's a little bit of a red flag, you feel me? Which is hence probably why he just got up out of there.
times when they order the whole menu, it's showing that she doesn't really like you and she is just using you. And the fact that she probably already mentioned that, hey, I'm just letting you know up front, I'm gonna be meeting up with my friend later, aka Pookie, and I'm gonna bring him some food. A lot of times, the rule of thumb for women is they match what the dude gets, right? A lot of times, the dude gets an appetizer, she gets an appetizer. If he gets an entree, she gets an entree. If he gets a drink, she gets a drink. Now, in this case, once again, he said that he wasn't eating, which doesn't mean that she's not going.
I don't mean to keep pausing, but it's being courteous. If you want people to match your energy, you don't want to be looked at as a gold digger, whatnot, whatever the case may be. You got to be courteous. If you want men to be chivalrous, you got to be courteous. You have to have some mindfulness. You feel me? Just because he opens a door for you, don't mean you slam it in his face. You feel me? Like, it goes both ways. It's a two-way street.
Because again, why would you take me out to eat if such and such? But I think something happened in between them in between the time, maybe that car ride there where he's just like, I'm not really feeling this, and this chick ain't really what I thought she was, and it's not worth the squeeze. So, and then she gonna turn around here and try to order the whole menu. Nah, but let's finish up this video, guys.
He was like, if I wasn't here, was you gonna order that? And I was like, that's such an interesting comment to me. And it was like silent for 5 minutes, and then he apologized. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I wasn't trying to be rude. And I was literally telling him, I was like, yeah, because I'm like, that was very offensive. I was like, I actually feel very disrespected. I was like, that was definitely rude. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't my intentions. And I was like, okay. And I was like, and he was telling me, because prior to the food coming out, we had a conversation where I was stating that I don't like dating in Houston. And I was telling him why. He said he didn't like dating in Houston because he feel like women here are just finesse, like other cities. It's not like Houston. Like, this is the only city that women like money. He was just like, I feel like women just like you for your money. They wanted you to take them on trips and this, and that. That was like red flag number 2.
You're a prime example, baby.
Whatever. I'm like, okay. So he was breaking that to me. He was like, yeah, you know, this kind of just happened to my friend. And he took a girl on a date and she ordered all this food and he ended up leaving her. And he was saying, so like, he was like, and I told you, like, I feel like girls be trying to finesse. And I was like, I don't have to finesse you for dinner. I was like, even if you wasn't here, I would have been able to afford this tab myself. I was like, are you implying that you don't want to pay for my food? He was like, no, that's not what I'm implying. And I was like, okay. I was like, well, I was like, I would have respected if you would have said, like, you know, explain this to me instead of like telling me, you know, instead of making those remarks. He was like, oh, I just apologize about that. I said, I understand that, but I'm letting you know why I was upset and why I felt the way I felt. So then he was like, yeah, but like, you know, da-da-da-da. I was like, well, honestly, I was like, if you feel like people are going to finesse you or you have, and he was like, you know, this is probably like some of my trauma from my past and dating. And I was like, I understand that, but I was like, it's not fair for you to project what people did to you onto me. You just met me. I'm not dumb.
You just did the same thing,
so you can't
baby.
say I'm trying to finesse you because, baby, I could pay for it myself. And I was like, honestly, if you feel like people are going to finesse you for dinner, I was like, maybe take them on a bowling date. Like, maybe take them to an arcade. But you're 45 years old. I understand I'm 25. Mind you, this man was talking to me about marriage. He was like, you're so mature for your age. Blase, 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 blase. But you're tripping about me ordering appetizer, entree, and sides. Okay. And it was to the point where, like, even the bartender was, like, literally side-eyeing because he just was, like, when I say it just was multiple comments back to back to back. Within the first fucking few minutes of my food getting, like, placed on the fucking counter, and I was just literally, like, it made me feel so uncomfortable, like, I've literally never been on a date like that ever. Ever. So then after I said, like, you know, maybe go on a bowling date or an arcade date, it was quiet for like a couple minutes. He was on his phone. He was calling Uber. I already knew he was calling Uber. So then he was like, yeah, I'm going to go. I was like, okay. He puts $100 cash down, walks out. He doesn't say bye. He doesn't say it was nice meeting you. He doesn't say, do you have a ride home? Or is there a way, are you okay to get home? Because remember, like I said, I Ubered with him. He didn't say anything. He just got up and left. Mind you, he said that his daughter's 25 or 24. Your daughter's my age. How would you feel if your daughter went on a date and a man treated her like that? But I digress. But yeah, all them comments that y'all making about like me doing too much, shut it up. Thank you.
So I think that there was more to this. I think that you probably ran off at the mouth and you probably were like, yo, I'm used to this. You should be doing this, da 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 da. You should be happy to be in my company. Dudes pay me like this. Dudes take care of me like this all the time. Mm-hmm. They pay for my dinner. You're not really that important. And you probably was just trying. This is an older man, 45 years old. You're 25. He's 20 years older than you. And dude's probably like, yo, I'm good with this. You gonna sit here and probably made him feel like he was just a meal ticket. So I think $100 is more than enough, especially if he didn't order any food and he just got a drink, and that's more than enough to get you home. I'm just saying, if you really think about it. So, guys, let me know what you guys think about this. Did he handle it the right way? What do you think she actually did? Comment below. Like, share.
My opinions, I kind of gave y'all most of them. Did he handle it the ideal way? No, not really. Did she go about it the right way? No, not really. However, because he did an Irish goodbye and whatnot, just got up and left. Yeah, bro, you're kind of wrong for that. You could have just, hey, I appreciate your time. Thank you for coming out. This might not be for us. Have a good night. Leave it like that, you feel me? He paid more than his half, so you can't be mad at that. He got you there, paid more than his half, and then dipped out. The dipping out, I really don't agree with. However, at the same time, you got to match the energy, you feel me? If he's out there just drinking a drink, okay, you get an appetizer, an entree, and some dessert. Okay, cool. But for you to go get your entree, appetizer, drinks, and then like 4 sides, that's crazy. Imagine how that table looks. Like the bro got one drink and there's 6, 7 plates on baby's side. but yet she wants to claim she's not a gold digger and all this other stuff. Not even a gold digger, just like trying to finesse people. You feel me? That's exactly what that looks like. And he's 45. He's not 20. He's not 30. Bro's been around the block. He's unk. You feel me? So he probably seen this from a mile away. Kind of like what bro was saying. A lot of the attitude or how people go about things nowadays in relationship it's not how it should be. So it is a huge finesse. It's what I can get from you. What can you do for me? Da, 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 da. There's a lot of that going on. Just by the way she was talking, she has a lot of entitlement, and it looks like she's used to those types of dates, which is cool and all. But you gotta, like I said, you gotta match the energy. If you pulled up to the bar, only got a drink, he was probably trying to take you out for drinks and just like chill, vibe, get to know each other over a few drinks, maybe some appetizers. But I don't think he was sitting there trying to take you to a damn 10-course meal. You feel me? Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if he was wrong. Let me know if she was wrong. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one.